Welcome back to Corner Sports. I'm Albert Asnavour, and let's talk some Arsenal today. So, obviously, we know Alexis Sanchez wanted to leave during the summer, and it looks like he is going to leave next summer on a free. But big news today and all this week, and sort of before that, what I've been hearing is that Mesut Ozil is considering leaving to Manchester United, of all teams, joining up with Jose Mourinho. He had a relationship with him previously at Real Madrid. This would be devastating for Arsenal. I cannot imagine two of their best players leaving and going to their two biggest rivals. It was reported that Alexis Sanchez was supposed to go to Manchester City, and if Ozil goes to United, I just can't imagine the state of Arsenal fans losing both of your players to your biggest arch rivals and not being able to replace them. And the only way I see these two players staying is if Arsenal somehow win the league, which they're not going to do, or if Wenger comes out and says, hey, this is my last season, I'm retiring, and sometime in March they announce they're going to be bringing Simeone in and Antoine Griezmann with him. I think that's the only way I see these two guys staying at this club. I think there's no future at this club. There's clearly some sort of turmoil. The fans want the manager out, at least the majority of them do. The club is not putting enough money into new transfers. I mean, it seems like this club, who is one of the biggest clubs in England and in the world in general, is not operating up to its standards. They move stadiums and promise trophies, and all they've won is an FA Cup and a Community Shield, and that's just not enough. So how do you hold on to your two best players that you brought in to win the league, to compete in the Champions League, to compete on all fronts, and you haven't done that? As a matter of fact, you've regressed. You finished 5th. Yes, you still won the FA Cup, and yes, the FA Cup means something, but not when you're constantly getting booted out of the Champions League in the round of 16 and barely finishing second in your group, in groups that you should be winning. Yes, sometimes you win your group, but nonetheless, you don't compete in the league. Leicester City is doing better than you. Tottenham has finished better than you nearly twice. They should at least be 2 years in a row, but it's not 2 years in a row. But last year, Tottenham finishes above Arsenal. What more do you do? What do you need to get rid of this manager who is not accomplishing anything of significance at this club and hasn't in a very, very long time? Any other club and he is gone. It's insane that Wenger still has his job, and the fact that he still has his job is going to cost him Mesut Ozil and Alexis Sanchez. They will leave. I think every Arsenal fan deep down inside, somewhere in there, know that Alexis is leaving for sure. And Mesut has not signed a contract yet, and I don't see a reason why he wouldn't leave, especially if United win the league and want to compete on both fronts of Champions League and the league again next season. Mesut Ozil would be an amazing signing. Can you imagine Mesut Ozil next to Mkhitaryan making those channel runs and just like his acceleration on and off the ball, with Mesut Ozil pinging him over the top to Lukaku with Pogba? That midfield can be scary. And I'm talking about scary United. United that dominates the league for 5, 6, 10 years in a row with Mourinho at the helm, like Sir Alex Ferguson scary. And if Arsenal loses both of those star-studded players, who are they going to bring in to replace them? Nobody wants to play at Arsenal, especially if Wenger sticks around. I read something today where Lacazette was talking about he's great friends with Antoine Griezmann and he's going to ask him to join Arsenal. Why? Why would Antoine Griezmann, who can join any club in the world and get in any starting lineup in the world, join Arsenal? Why? If you can tell me below why anybody, any star player, any good, great quality player, like a Dybala, like an Antoine Griezmann, like an Isco, etc., like these great, young, talented players who are on the come up and, these Great clubs want to sign him. Tell me why they would want to join Arsenal. Because if I was 25 and in my prime and I was going to join a new club, Arsenal would not be atop of my list. I don't care. The atmosphere at the stadium is boof. I mean, it's just family, it's advertisement, and the key is to sell tickets. That's all this club cares about. Sell tickets, sell merchandise, and fuck keeping fans happy. That's just what it seems like to me. And when that's the case, no player's going to come join you. Yeah, you've got Lacazette, but who did you get him from? Lyon? Yeah, if I was playing for Lyon, I'd come join you too. What were his other options? West Ham? Why? No, I mean, Chelsea didn't go for him. City didn't go for him. United didn't go for him. You didn't see Bayern Munich's or Juventus's or PSG's going for him. Yeah, duh, he came to Arsenal. That was like probably his 7th or 8th choice. Couldn't sign Mbappe, and I don't blame Mbappe. Went to PSG's playing with Neymar, Cavani, and many other studs. Arsenal is looking like shit. And I don't expect them to finish in the top 4 this season. Why? Who ahead of who? Not ahead of the Manchester teams. Not ahead of Spurs. Definitely not going to be doing better than Chelsea or Liverpool. Who are you going to finish? You're going to finish 5th or 6th. You're going to win Europa League to get into Champions League? Okay, sure. United did that last year. I can understand that. That's a trophy that you're bringing in. That's probably going to keep your fans happy. And this entire talk about Europa League is not being a prestigious trophy to win. Oh, it's a prestigious trophy to win. Atletico has won it a couple of years back. What is it, 4 or 5 years back? Sevilla won it 3 years in a row. Man United just won it. There's big competition for this trophy. So if you can win that, yeah, that shows some intention. That shows something to your fans. But you're not going to compete in the Champions League. You're not going to compete in the league. You're not even going to compete in the FA Cup this year. So, Arsenal fans, tell me below, why should Ozil stay? Why should Sanchez stay? Why should Giroud stay? He's going to leave. Who are you going to sign to replace these players? Let me know below. Thank you for coming back and checking out Corner Sports. I'm Albert Asnavour. Give me a subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Let's start a discussion below, and I look forward to talking to you. See you next time.